Hello friends, it's Miss Rebecca. I would like to read a story for you and sing a song for you. The story is called Goodnight Moon, and so is the song. Now, I wrote this song for my little girl when she was only a little baby. She's not so little anymore. She's 11 years old. But when she was a baby, she did not like going to sleep at night. She did love going outside and looking up at the sky and finding the moon. And when she found it, she would point and say, "Moon!" One of the only words she knew how to say. So I wrote a song for her about saying goodnight to the moon to help her go to sleep. I will sing that for you when I'm done reading this story. Goodnight Moon by Margaret Wise Brown. That's the author, the one who wrote the story. Pictures by Clement Hurd. So he's the one that drew the pictures in this story. Goodnight Moon. In the great green room there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon. And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs. And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens. And a little toy house and a young mouse. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush. And a quiet old lady who was whispering, "Hush." Good night, room. I think they called the mom an old lady. Shh. Good night, moon. Good night, cow jumping over the moon. Good night, light and the red balloon. Good night, bears. Good night, chairs. Good night, kittens, and good night, mittens. Good night, clocks, and good night, socks. Good night, little house, and good night, mouse. Good night, comb, and good night, brush. Good night, nobody. Good night, mush. And good night to the old lady whispering, "Hush." Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. All right. Now I will sing you Goodnight Moon. Good night, moon. Good night, moon. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, moon. Good night, moon. We'll see you again tomorrow. Whenever it's time to go to sleep, I never want to go. But my mommy says, go to sleep, we'll all be here tomorrow. Good night, moon. Good night, moon. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, moon. Good night, moon. We'll see you again tomorrow. Whenever it's time to close my eyes, I never want them closed. But my daddy says, close your eyes, we'll all be here tomorrow. Good night, moon. Goodnight moon, we'll see you again tomorrow. Goodnight moon, goodnight moon, we'll see you again tomorrow. I never want to close my eyes or even go to sleep, but my mom and dad, they tuck me in, and off I go to dream again. Goodnight moon, goodnight moon, we'll see you again tomorrow. Goodnight moon, goodnight moon, we'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, little friends. I'll see you again tomorrow.